Is this thing on? It's recording. My name's Ben. Welcome to my channel. This will be the first video I've ever done that I've edited, so it's probably not going to be that good. Hopefully, it'll at least be enjoyable enough that you'll stick around and see what else I come up with in the future. This first video is going to be about my exercise program. It's high intensity training. So a lot of people have heard of HIIT and they've heard of high intensity interval training. This one is just high intensity training. The idea is I use as much weight as I do one set. I use as much weight as I can. The movements are super slow. I do a 10-second concentric and a 10-second eccentric movement, and I go until I cannot move the weight anymore, and then I move on to the next exercise. There are no rest periods in between. In this video, you will see rest periods because I'm talking to the camera, but I've had to edit it to go through all of that because the video was way too long. This method of exercise, as I said, I do it once a week and allow a week for my muscles to recover. Through the week, I do other types of exercises. Sometimes just stretching. What I need to do is I need to integrate halfway through the week a HIIT routine to fill in the gap because I want to wait to do this for weeks so my muscles have time to fully recover before I move on and do it again. All of my movements are compound exercises, so I'll work my whole body. One of the perks of doing the weight training this way is less chance of injury. I've been doing this for a couple of years and I've tried to do the same thing but at a little faster pace, and I ended up injuring my shoulder and was also, well, I think the injury actually became I sped up a little bit and I started doing it 3 times a week, and me personally, my body couldn't handle it and I ended up messing up my shoulder and it took me about 6 months to recover from that. I'm now back to normal. If I feel something tweaking my shoulder, I'll change exercise and do something that'll work the same muscle group but at a different angle a little bit so that I don't re-injure my shoulder. So, as I say, this is my first time editing a video. Hopefully it's enjoyable enough you'll stick around and see what else I come up with in the future. Stick around.
Heart rate 151. Okay, there's also no rest periods in between here. If I didn't have to make changes and adjustments to the total gym, I would just go from exercise to exercise to exercise. And doing it in that fashion is also what makes this a cardio workout on top of strength training. Keep my heart rate up. When I first started doing this, I took rest periods in between the exercises because I wasn't physically able, without recovering a little bit, at least temporarily recovering, to move on to the next exercise. So, this is going to be a leg press, again, 160 pounds added to the bench on top of my 230. Two reps, heart rate 152. Last exercise, I'm doing a bridge on the total gym. I just figured this out a couple weeks ago on how to do this. I need to see if I need to adjust this camera. Yeah, I probably should have been doing this on the, excuse me, I should have done this on the overhead press, but I didn't, so here we go. Now, this is what I do. It works my gluteus maximus. It also, I can feel it in my hamstrings, so I know I'm working my hamstrings. It also works my core. It works my stomach. I don't do any sit-ups, as you can tell. From what I've learned, getting rid of this is more about the diet and the proper type of exercise than it is just the exercise. But I want to strengthen my muscles and my core. For one, I have diastasis recti. I don't know if it showed up on the video, but if I don't pull my stomach in and hold it when I do some exercises, the muscles, I think it's called serratus, where you've got your muscles right here, and in between, there's a membrane or something. I don't know what the technical name for it is. If you're a doctor and you happen to see this, you know what I'm talking about. That holds the muscle together. Well, I got so fat at one point, they pulled apart, and mostly it happens to pregnant women and fat guys, Well, I was a fat guy. I wasn't a pregnant woman. And it allows the innards to push up through there, and it looks like, if you ever seen Alien and the thing comes out of the stomach, that's what it looks like it's trying to happen. And I have to be really careful because I could pinch what that is, which, from what I understand, is intestines. If I allow that to come out and the muscles pinch it, then I could have a serious problem. So I try to hold my stomach in when I'm doing these exercises so that doesn't pooch out, to include this exercise I'm getting ready to do now. So, right now I've been working on this section for 33 minutes, and normally I would have been done about 10 minutes ago. But I've been running my mouth, so let's see if I can keep my big fat belly covered up when I'm doing this. The feet up the top of the board, just below the balls of my feet. I push up a little bit and lift up until I'm straight, and hold it for as long as I can. I can feel it here. I can feel it in my hamstrings. I know I'm not up high enough because this should be straight. I may need to go back to doing this on the floor, or figure out a different way to do it on here so I'm in the right position. Anybody got any suggestions? I'm open for it. Burn, baby, burn. Heart rate 134. It's coming down. So, that's it. That's all, folks. I'm doing this. The feet up the top of the board, just below the balls of my feet. I push up a little bit and lift up until I'm straight, and hold it for as long as I can. I can feel it here. I can feel it in my hamstrings. I know I'm not up high enough because this should be straight. I may need to go back to doing this on the floor, or figure out a different way to do it on here so I'm in the right position. Anybody got any suggestions? I'm open for it. Burn, baby, burn. Heart rate 134. It's coming down. So, that's it. That's all, folks. Done for a week. I'll do things like exercise. I'll do like stretching through the week. I do those nitrous oxide dumps, which